Good morning, students. Today, in this lecture, we will discuss the basic fundamentals of image and how the image will be created. So, first of all, we will discuss about the concept of pixels because our image is basically made of a pixels. So, what is the pixel and what is the role of pixel in how the pixels will form our image? Pixel is the smallest element of an image, and each pixel corresponds to the any one value. So, there is a certain content. Suppose there is a 8-bit grayscale image. The value of pixel between 0 and 255 means because there are 8 bits, so we can represent 2 to the power 8, so that is equal to 256. So there is a range during which we can put the value of pixel between the 0 and 255. The value of a pixel at any point correspond to the intensity of light photons striking at that point. So basically, if we want to calculate the value, what about the value of that pixel? So that is related to the intensity, and each pixel store a value that is proportional to the light intensity at that particular locations. Now we will see what about the PEL. So pixel is also known as a PL. We can understand the pixel from the pictures given below. So the picture, there are thousands of elements. So we have to show you the picture. So you can see in this picture, we can represent this. So in there are thousands of pixels that together make the image. So when we zoom that image, the content of that image we can see in form of pixels. So you can see how pixels divisions will be there. So just if you have to zoom this picture, so you can see this number of pixels in that particular picture. So that is basically how our picture is made by the addition or combination of our pixels. So that is the basically distributed part of our picture. So what about the relationship with the CCD array? The image is formed in CCD array, and pixel can also be defined as the smallest division of the CCD array, and that is the pixel. So each division of CCD array contains a value against the intensity of photons striking to it, and this value is a pixel. So there is a basically you can see here, this is a sensor sense the intensity of striking photons, and this is also just a pixel. So pixel is basically a representation of or it will indicate the amount of your intensity of that particular area or light which is striking to that particular point. So now comes that how we can calculate total number of pixels. Generally, image will be defined in two-dimensional signals or matrix. So then in that case, number of PL would be equal to, so how you can calculate the number of PL? So that is, the image is basically a two-dimensional, so there is a rows and columns. So number of pixels would be equal to the number of row multiplied with the number of columns. So if total number of pixels that is equal to the x into y, so that is a basically number of rows and number of columns. So we can say that number of x and y, so that is the coordinate pair that may uh, represent the particular locations of that particular pixels. Now we will see what about the gray level. So how we can define the gray level. So the value of pixel at any point denotes the intensity of the image at that particular locations, and that is also known as gray level. So gray level is nothing, that is basically a uh, intensity value of your intensity in that particular position of image. We can see that value of the pixel in image storage and bits per pixel tutorial. So that is basically we have to see in our, we can also discuss with this in particular already in our tutorial. So that is we can see what about the value. Suppose pixel value 0. So we have to already define in that each pixel can have only one value and each value denotes the intensity of light at that particular, and that is the gray value. Okay, so a very unique value. The value 0 means absence of light, so that is how much amount of intensity or light at that particular position, that is the gray value or that is the pixel value. So if there is a no light, absence of light, so you can represent it as a 0. 0 denotes the dark. It further means that whenever a pixel has a value of 0, it means in that point black color would be formed because there is no light. Now you can also see of a matrix. Now this image matrix has filled up with 0. All the pixels have a value of 0. If we were to calculate the total number of pixels from this matrix, so this is how we are going. So that you can say the total number of pixels, so number of rows and number of columns. So that is 3 into 3. So there is a 9 pixels. Okay. Now means image is formed by a using a 9 pixels, and that image would have a dimensions of 3 rows 3 columns, and image would be black. So why we are telling it as a black? Because the value of pixel is 0 in all the particular positions or all the pixels. So we can say that image will be black. So this is if you want to describe this black color. So this is if you have to represent it by a 3 into 3 matrix. So all the value of our pixels would be black. Now we have to again see concept of bits in per pixel. So what is the role of number of bits in the per pixels? So that is called as a BPP, means bits per pixel. So how we can denote it? So you have to know about the how we can what is the relation between the number of bits and the pixels. So BPP denotes the number of bits per pixel. Okay. So number of different colors in image depend on the depth of color or bits per pixel. So that is a basically uh, you have to know ki, if there is a large number of levels. Suppose if you have to increase your number of bits, so you have a large range during which you can represent the different colors. So in our next session we have to discuss about the color images, fundamental of color images. So in that particular session we will discuss about the how many numbers of different colors we can create in our image system. So a number of different colors in images depends on the bits per pixel or depth of a color. So now we can see here it is just how many, if you have a 2 bits representation, so there is a 4 combinations 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So you there are a 4 levels, and according to that you represent it. So if we have to derive a calculation by using this calculation, so total number of combinations that can be made. Okay, so that is the 2 into BPP, means how many number of bits you are using for representing a 1 pixel. So according to that there are number of combinations that can be made from that particular bits. So as we have to see that if there are 8 bits, so at that particular point 2 raised to power 8, that is 256, means you have a 256 levels for representing the colors. Where if we are talking about the BPP, that is the, suppose you you have to get 2 in formula, you get 4, so means 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3. So according to that we can get the different levels. Now what about the relationship with number of different colors? So basically number of different colors depend on the number of bits per pixel. So that is the same thing. 2 to the power, how much powers means, if you are representing your pixels with a 3 bit, so there is a 8 combinations, because 2 to the power 3, that is the 8 combination. So you have a 8 different colors. Okay, so you can use 8 different colors for representing your image. So that is the point. If you are increasing the number of bits, you have a large number of combinations of that particular bits, and you can use the that number of different colors to represent your the image. So suppose, if we are talking about the 1 BPP, so 2 colors. If you are using the 2 bits, 4 colors, 3 bits, 8 colors. So according to that, if you have a 6 bits per pixel, so you can represent it as 64 colors, 8 bits per 256 colors. So we have increasing. So how many number of bits you are using for representing a one particular pixels, according to that we have a different colors. So you can see here, if you are using 24 BPP, so you have a 16.7 millions color. Okay, it's too large shades of our colors. So that is can be represented. So how many shades are there? So that is based on the number of colors. So shades are basically a number of colors, and that is equal to 2 to the power BPP. So color images are usually of the 24 BPP formats or 16 BPP formats. So if we are talking about the color image signals, so generally we will design it as a 24 BPP format or 16 BPP formats. So now we will see about the color values, black colors. So what we have to represent and how we can use this. So in we have seen that 0 pixel value denote the black color. So 0 pixel value denote black color. There is no fixed value that denote the white color. So white color is not, but generally we will call it as a one. So generally, white color is represented in case of 1 BPP. So there is 0 is black, so 1 is represented as a white. If we are talking about the 8 BPP, so 0 is black and 255 will denote the white color. So what about the highest value? So that will be denoted as a white color. So we can say it that yes, there is no fixed value which can denote the white color. So that will depend on the number of BPP you are using to represent the your image pixel. Now gray color. So what about the gray color? So when you calculate the black and white color value, then what about the, so you can calculate the pixel value of gray color. So that is the basically 0 to what about the highest value. So in that range there is a number of shades are we have to use that particular the gray color. So gray color is actually the midpoint of black and white, means lowest value is black, highest value is white, and whatever the remaining levels in that particular both of black and white, that will be the shades of our gray color. So suppose if we are talking about the 8 BPP, so pixel value that denotes the gray color is 127 or 128 BPP if you count from 1 and not from 0. So there is a basically. So what about the image storage requirement? So we will see that image size. So size of an image depend on the three things. So how we can calculate the size? Yes, this is the size of your image. Okay. So we will discuss about the size of an image depends on the three things. First one is the number of rows. How many number of rows? Number of columns and number of bits per pixel. So this is the things, three factors which is responsible for defining the size of our image. So how we can use the formula? Yeah, what is the formula for calculating the size? So size of an image is equal to how many number of rows are there, how many number of columns are in that particular image, and BPP. What about the bits per pixel? So means that three factors are responsible. So suppose it has 1024 rows and 1024 columns, and since it is a grayscale image, so it has a 256 different shades of gray, or it has bits per pixel, that is the 8. So then how you can calculate the size of your, so 1024 and BPP is 8. So that is equal to, this is the large amount of, so but how you can calculate converting it into the bytes. So this is in number of bits. So since it is not a standard, so we have to convert it before that for itne bytes of image. So that is a, so we can convert divided by 8. So what number of bits you have to achieve, divide it by 8, so then you can achieve the number of bytes. So so image is the this byte. Okay, so now converting it into the kilobyte, so you can again divide it into the 1024, it will be converted into the kilobytes, and again you will divide it into the 1024, it will be converted into the 1 megabytes. So you can represent your size of your image in the bytes, kilobytes and megabytes. So but when we calculate the actual size of image, so that will be, we will receive in number of bits. So that's how an image is calculated. So that is a basically, and what about the spaces that image required for storage purpose? So that is, it is a very important factor. Ki how what about the size of image and the bits per pixel? So if you have to define any image, so you have to know the size of your image and how BPPS BPP, that is a number of bits per pixel. So that is a very important, and if you know about the rows and column of the image, so that is a, you can calculate the actual size of your images. But now we will focus on the types of images. Ki how many types of images are there? So we can say there are many types of images and the color distribution in them. So that is also a, color distribution is also a wide area. So now we will focus on the binary image. So binary image, as the you can see binary 1 and 0 format. So there are only two pixel values, 0 and 1. Okay. So 0 refers to black color and 1 refers to white color. So it is also known as monochrome. So if we are talking about the monochrome, so what about the monochrome? So there is a two types of chromatic and monochrome. So if you are talking about the monochrome, means that is a black and white only. If you are talking about the chromatic signals or chromatic screen, so that is based on the color screen. So that is the basically names which we can represent. Now if you are talking about the monochrome, means black and white image. So what will happen, there is, if in image there is only black and white color, so now that image is called as a black and white, so no gray level. So one of the interesting thing is this binary image, that there is no gray level, because there is only two options, either 0 or 1, so either black or white. So only two colors, that are black and white, are found in it. So this type of image, we can define it as a binary image. Now there is also a different format. So binary image have a format of BP, PBM. So portable bit map. So that is basically 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bit color format. So the images with a color format of 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 bit are not widely used today. They are used in the old times. So that is not, we are presently using the higher number of bits. So at that time, for monitor display and old TV display, we are working on the 2, 3, 4, 5 bit color format. But each of these colors have more than two gray levels. So as we have to see in the, not it is just like a binary image, there is only a two level, either 0, either 1, either black, either white. But if we are moving towards the higher version of our number of bits, so there is also not only two levels, there is also some gray levels also. So as we are moving towards the further, if we are talking about the 4 bit, so there are 16 levels. So you can also represent it, different colors are also present in that particular, with the color image signals. So now we will discuss about the 8-bit color format. So 8-bit color format is a very famous image format, and we have to already seen that it has a 256 different shades of colors, and it is also, or generally it is commonly a gray scale image. So generally we are called it as a, So range of color in 8-bit is that is vary between the 0 to 255. So 0 stands for black and white stands for 255 for white. And 127 stands for the actual gray color. So that is the basically 8-bit color format description. What about the format? So the format of these images are, so that is also called as a portable gray map, and this format is not supported by default from Windows. So in order to grayscale image, you need to have an image viewer or image processing toolbox. So MATLAB. So if you are working on the image, we have to such work out on the toolbox of MATLAB also. Now we will see behind the grayscale image. So already we have to see that two-dimensional function and one can be represented by two-dimensional array of matrix. So that is a representation of image. So if we are talking about the grayscale images, so that is vary between 0 to 5. Now 16-bit color format. What will the 16-bit color format? So it is a, if we are working on the 16-bit color format or 16-bit BPP, so that is a color image format, means basic color image format starting from the 16-bit, and it has a 65,536 different colors in it, and it is also known as a high color format. So generally, we have to see in that 8-bit color format, and now in this 16-bit format, next format we are going to discuss is 24-bit format for the color. So 16, these all are basically a higher version of our color format. But if you are talking about the distribution of colors, so it is not as simple as in our grayscale image. So there is not a, it is not easy to define the any image in form of different color levels, because in gray level there is only 0 for black, highest value for white, and in between 0 and highest value whatever will be in that particular, that will be represent to the different shades of gray level. But it's not simple in our color format. So a 16-bit format is, so what will happens here if we are working on the 16-bit format? So that is divided into the, again, red, green, and blue. So this is the primary colors, as we have to already know that RGB, red, green, and blue are our primary colors, and this 16-bit format is also a famous RGB format. So it is pictorially represented. We can also see. So what will happens? How would you distribute 16? So basically your format is a 16-bit and there are three. Okay, so you have to divide three further formats: red, green, and blue. So how you can divide the 16? So there is a certain 5 bits for R, 5 bits for G, and 5 bits for blue, and there is one extra bit remains. So there is, if you are working on the, so how you, this is a distribution, and one extra bit is represent to the, so you can represent one extra bit to the green, because we have to also name that intensity of green color is very high. So 5 bit for red, 6 bit for green, and 5 bit for the blue color, because green is the color which is the most soothing the eyes in all these three colors, and it is intensity is also high. Now another distribution of 16-bit format. So either you can divide it 5 5 5 and one extra bit is allotted to the green color, but there is another distribution: 4 bits for red color, 4 bits for green color, and 4 bits for the blue color, and 4 bits for the alpha channel. So there is a separate, we can also divide in 5 bits for R and 1 bit for the alpha channel. So in this way, you can also distribute our bits in the three format of color format. Now, if we are working on the 24-bit color format, so now what will happens for 24-bit color format? So 24-bit color format, also known as the true color format, like 16-bit color format, in a 24-bit color format, the 24 bits are equally divided in the three different formats of red, green, and blue. So 24 is equally divided on the 8. So it has been distributed the 8 bits for red, 8 bits for green, and 8 bits for the blue color. So this is a bits format, and we have to further divide it into the red, green, and blue formats. Now behind a 24-bit image, so unlike a 8-bit, what about the 24-bit image? So as we have to also see the 8-bit grayscale image, which has one matrix behind it, and a 24-bit image has a three different matrices, because that is a 24-bit image is a colored image, and so there is a three different format or matrices for R, G, and B. So we will see in this type of matrix. What about this one? Okay. So it is a most commonly used format, and its format is PPM. So portable Pix Map, which is supported by Linux. Okay. So the famous window has its own format for it, which is the BMP bitmap. Okay. Now what about the color code conversion? So we can see that how different color codes can be combined to make the other colors, and how we can convert RGB colors into RGB color codes to the hex and vice versa. So there is again a challenges we have to also discuss in our color fundamental theory, that how we can RGB is the primary colors, and by combination of these primary colors we can make a secondary colors also, and there are also so many shades of that particular color. So all the colors have are of 24-bit format. That means each color has 8 bits of red. Means if there is a red color and 8 bits of, so there are how many shades of that particular color? 8 bits of green color. So there is also 0 to 255 levels, and 8 bits for blue color. So there is also 256 levels for the blue color. So we can say that each color has a different portions. Okay. And you have to change the quantity of these 3 point portions to make any color. Means you can use the you can use these different shades of your colors to making the another color. Suppose we have to define the black. What about the black? So that is a basically image of our black color. What about the decimal code 000? Because whatever RGB, everything will be 0 for in your black image. That in 8-bit format, 0 refers to the black. And if you want to make a pure black color, so RGB, the, uh, all three portions of RGB should be 0, because it will define as a 0. Now, what about the white? Okay, since every color has a 8-bit, okay, 8-bit pixel size. So highest value for every either red, either green, or either blue, there may be a 255 levels. Okay, so the highest value of that is 255. So if you want to generate the white color RGB, all format should be, the highest value should be 255 for representing the white color in the color theory. Okay. So in order to make a white color, we set each portion to 255, and we got a white color. So by setting each of the value to 255, we get overall value of 255. That will make it as a white. Now we will have to discuss the RGB color model. Suppose you have to work out on the red color. That is the image of red color. So in decimal code, what about the value? RGB. So in the place of R, there is the highest value of 255. Now, how you can explain? We need only red color, so we zero out the rest of the two portions, because that is the color is the only red. So, and whatever decimal code we are using, that is the RGB. So, G and B should be 0, but R should be the highest value because you want to represent red portion. Okay, so what about the value of your red portion? That is the 255. Now, if you want to represent the green color, so there is again a decimal code, and in center of that particular, there will be the green value 25. Since in this place we need only green color, so we zero out the rest of the two portions which are red and blue, and we set the green portion to its maximum, which is the 255. Now we are talking about the blue color. So now what will happen? You can see the image of blue color. So what about the decimal code? Since here is only required the blue color, so remaining two red and green should be 0, and we will set the 255 for the blue colors. Now what about the gray color? Image, you know the gray color, and decimal code, we have to see that there is a 127 or 128. Both are represent for a gray code. So RGB, three formats should be maintained at the level of 128 or 127. So both you can use according to format which are using. And if you are using, if you are saying that 128, so that is a basically mid value. Now another one is the CMYK color model. So what is a CMYK color model? So CMYK is another color model where C stands for cyan, M stands for magenta, and Y stands for yellow, and K for black. So in CMYK model is commonly used in color printers in which there are two patterns of color is used. So one consists of CMY and other consists of black color. So that is the basic reason. And the color of CMY can also made from changing the quantity or portion of red, green, and blue color. So you have to also seen in our additive mixing of our colors. So how can we generate by mixing of RGB, three primary colors? How we can generate the secondary colors, and CMY? These are the secondary colors of our RGB. So what about the C? CMYK. So what about the C? C is the cyan. So what about the image? Image is equal to the, this color is represent as a. So what about this? The here this color will be generated by using the blue and green. So that is basically a combination of blue and green. So set those two or maximum, and we zero out the portion of the red. So in there, in these two combination of blue and green, there is no part of the red color. So you can put the red color at zero value, and you can put the highest value of your blue and green. Same thing is for magenta. So how we can generate the magenta sets? Red and blue. That will combine format of red and blue. That it will make the magenta shade. So here we will set the 255 for these red and blue, and we will set 0 for the green color because it will not included in the magenta color. Now we will see about the color yellow. So there is a image. What about the decimal code? So if you are talking about the yellow color, so there is a two colors which we have to work out on the red and green. So we set these two to the maximum value, and third one will be the 0. Now we will see about the conversion, how you can convert these color theory into one form to the another form. So now we will see that how color are converted one format to another. So conversion from RGB to the hex code. So if you are talking about the RGB, conversion from hex to RGB. Okay. So there are two methods how you can convert RGB to hex, and there is another how you can convert hex to RGB. So take a color. Suppose you have to take in the white. So if we are discussing about the white, so white will contain the highest value. So every portion will contain RGB will contain the 255, 255, 255. Now you have to take the first portion. Now you will divide it by the 16. Okay. Now we will take the two numbers, the factor and remainder. So in this case it is 15, 15, which is the FF. 255 divided by 16, if you want to convert it into the hex code, so that is equal to the 15 and 15. So that is equivalent to the F. Now repeat the step 2 for the next two portions. So combine all the hex code. So how you can represent FF, FF and FF. So 255 representation is FF. Now conversion from hex to RGB. If you have to given the hex code, take the first part and separate its components. So convert each of the parts separately into the binary, and now combine the individual binaries into one and convert this binary into decimal. So now repeat the step two more times. So the value comes in the first step is R, second one is G, and third one belongs to the B. So that is a 255, 255 and 255. So that is the common colors and their hex codes. Suppose if you want to represent the black in color theory, so that will be the 00000. If you want to represent the white, so that hex code will be FF, FF and FF. Gray shade 808080. If you want to represent only red color, so first format will be FF, remaining two will be 0. Same thing is for green and blue color. Now what will happen for different color? If you want to represent cyan color, so that is basically combination of 2. So we will take the highest value of 00FF. If you want to represent the magenta, so magenta is basically combination of blue and red. So we can put the highest value in place of red and blue and zero value in place of green color. So same thing is here. You can also make a yellow color. So this is the general basic formats of our colors and hex code. And by using these hex code will be directly applied. Now here we will see the grayscale to RGB conversion. So what about the grayscale to RGB conversion? So we have already defined the RGB color model and grayscale format. So now what will happen? We will convert an color image into the grayscale image. And there are two methods to convert it. Both has their own merits and demerits. So first one is the average method. Second one is the weighted method or luminosity method. Okay, so that is basically there are two methods. So what about the average method? Average method is the most simple one, and you just have to take the averages of these three colors. So RGB divided by 3, so that is in the gray scale, you can take the average. So since RGB image, so it means that you have add R with G and B and then divided by 3 to get your desired grayscale images. If you have a color image like image shown and you want to convert it into the grayscale using average method, the following results would appear. Now there is one thing to be define that. What about the, it means that our average method, how about the average? Okay, so average method, how it will work. So we convert image into the grayscale, but this turned out to be a rather black image. So the problem arises due to the fact that we take average of the three colors. Okay, since three colors have the three different wavelengths and have their own contribution in the formation of a image, so we have to take average according to their contribution, not done in the average using the average method. So this is in this method we can generally taken the average of the three colors. So we have to take some weighting factors. Okay, so if you are talking about the, so 33% of red, 33% of green, and 33% of blue, so we are taking 33% of each. That means each of the portion has same contribution in the image, but in reality that doesn't the case. The This is basically luminosity method, so that is you have to just weighting factor. So now we will see what about the weighted method or luminosity method. So that is basically what type of problems occurred in average method. So has a solution. Red color that has more wavelength of all the three colors, and green color is the color that has not only the less wavelength than the red color, but also green is the color that gives more soothing effect of the eyes. So it means that we have to decrease the contribution of red color and increase the contribution of green color, because this color is very soothing for the eyes के लिए, and put the color contribution in between these two. So now there will be the grayscale image, that is a point 0.3 R, 0.59 G and B. So red has a contribute 30%, green has a contribution 59%, which is greater than in all the three colors, and blue has a contribute to the 11%. So this is a weightage scale, or according to that we will define our color theory. So that is the original image, and you can convert this original image into the grayscale image. So as you can see, that image has now been properly converted to the grayscale using the weightage method, and as compared to the result of average, this image is more brighter. So now you can see what about we have to explain in this part. Now we will discuss about the some objective questions. So the basic thing is that there is a separate scales, and according to that you have to convert, and you have to just identify कि which color is the better for our eyes, which color is giving the soothing effect in our eyes. So we cannot equally distribute it, we cannot take the equal average of all the values. Okay, so we have to just focus on कि what is the role of individual colors, and how we can make a different colors or different levels of color by using the different combinations of these RGB parameter. So RGB parameter is a fundamental color theory, and it will be very good for our color system. By using the RGB in our television system, we can also generate the color pictures. So what about the role of color picture or color image, and how we can generate these color pictures? And there is also a compatibility properties of that. If there is a color signals, so it will be converted a black and white pictures in the monochrome TV, and if there is a monochrome signals, so it can be converted a black and white image in the color TV. Means it is not that if you have a reception part is not up to the mark, so there may be a certain points which have to be a common platform through which we can discuss about the monochrome and chromatic signals. So that's all I think. We will again cover that what about the basic color fundamental color theory. So today we will discuss only about the pixels. So what about the pixels? What about the size of your pictures, and how you can calculate the size of your pictures? What is the role of different grayscale and image? What about the color image? What is the parameters which affecting the color of image signals? So that is our different parameters. So okay, thank you.